Hello everyone. I want to welcome you to this short but informative webinar, How to Kill Emotional Eating. My name is Greg Crawford. I am a fitness professional in North Jersey, and I have been working with clients for many years on different eating habits and many obstacles, and I've done a lot of testing and tweaking, and I came up with a formula for how to kill emotional eating. It's a 5-step formula. If you really focus in on this webinar and follow my steps, it's going to help you tremendously, and you're going to take yourself to another level and be the best version of yourself that you could be. So let's get started. Step 1 is you need to start with having that mindset shift. And what I mean by mindset shift is now we have to begin to start to watch our thoughts, because your thoughts will determine your decisions, which will determine what your actions are. So thoughts equals decisions equals actions. And the way we watch our thoughts is to watch the input, our daily input. And in my last webinar, I spoke about the mind and how 10% of our mind is our conscious mind, and about 90% of our mind that we're not even aware of, that we don't use, is the subconscious mind. And that's the part of the mind that we really need to protect. And that daily input comes in the form of news, gossip, and people. And all three of these things can become, on a daily basis, very negative. So if you notice in the news, I mean, 90% of the news is negative or fearful information. That's really what makes news. So if we're bombarded with this on a daily basis, if you're taking this input on a daily basis, what do you think the result is going to be? Well, let me tell you, the result is going to be those negative emotions of fear, scarcity, frustration, and hopelessness. For a while, the news was bombarded with fear of the economy, and it was almost like we were doomed. So if you're listening to that on a daily basis, what do you think your emotions are going to be on a daily basis? In the back of your head, you're always going to have that fear and scarcity mindset that the economy's bad, and all bad things are going to happen, and it's just going to add to more stress and cause you to not have a good frame of mind, which is going to lead us into the next step, is identifying our stress. Now, my definition or version of stress is being unprepared with worry. Those two things right there are going to lead to stress. The more prepared you are with whatever stress that you encounter, the less stress you're going to have. So another thing too is what I've noticed speaking with people is that sometimes we disguise other emotions and we call it stress. And you need to identify these other emotions that are going on, and maybe not automatically identify it as stress. Things like just living in fear or loneliness, boredom, unfulfillment. These other feelings are things that need to be addressed. And then once we address that, we have to find ways to overcome them and attend to those feelings. If it's loneliness that you're feeling, and you want to call it stress, well, let's find ways to connect with more people or connect with someone. If it's boredom, I found a lot of people stress eat, whereas it's more about, they're, maybe they don't have a lot of fulfilling daily activities, and maybe that's one area in your life that you have to work on. Whatever it is, we need to address that and fulfill those areas, and be prepared. The next step I call practice the art of substituting. This more deals with you know your food choices, what you have available to you, um, and then also substituting bad habits with more empowering ones. So, if your normal habit of you know creating a bad habit of maybe eating some ice cream at night, maybe let's start replacing those bad habits with more empowering ones. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you need to do one step at a time. And once you start doing it on a daily basis for a short period of time, it's going to lead to more of a healthier habit. And if you have too many choices on what to eat, whether it's in your home or out to dinner, then guess what? You're going to drive yourself crazy, and you know you're going to want something that's probably not the best choice. So let's start to limit these choices of foods, and keep a shorter list of what you should be taking into your body on a daily basis. Which leads us into the next step. I call it the art of detachment. And yes, that's right. You have to emotionally detach yourself from certain situations and remove yourself and look at it from the outside in. And I actually started practicing this with a few of my clients, and it has worked really good. And let me explain what I mean by that. So, the first part of practicing the art of detachment is to start to identify those times the second you begin to feel that negative emotion of anger, fear, doubt, worry, stress, and try to remove yourself, step away from it for a minute. Don't react right away. Just remove yourself from that. Detach. Then, what or who is causing those negative emotions? And identify that. Once you're detached and you can identify it, then your emotions don't play such a big part of it, and you can make more sound decisions on what to do next. So instead of deciding to feel sorry or feel that level of stress where you just want to eat, you're now going to be able to assess the situation better. So like I said, try not to begin by not reacting, which will allow you to detach from the situation, which will lead to more clarity and less emotion, allowing you to make a sound decision. And let's dive into the last part of this. The last part, which is going to really skyrocket your level of confidence and really put an end to this emotional eating, is gaining momentum. Now it's time for you to give yourself a very short goal, whether it's 2 weeks, a month. Once you stick to that short goal, which is very doable, I want you to prepare for that goal and then see it through the end. You'll be surprised, once you hit that first goal, you begin to gain momentum. You start to see things happening with yourself, with your self-image, with your body. Once you hit that first goal, I want you to then identify yourself with the result, and from that day on, you're going to just flow, and you're going to have this momentum, and it's going to give you more confidence, and that's what's going to do away with the emotional eating at the end. Is once you have this momentum, you're not going to want to stop, and you're going to be unstoppable. and it's going to lead to bigger and better results out of yourself. So I hope that was informative, and if I'm going to leave a link here and send an email out, so if you would like an actual downloadable version of our program manual, and the last part of this is find a buddy to help you along and keep you accountable. That's huge. And if you need help with that, feel free to contact me, and I will see if I can help you out with that. And I will also send you my program manual, and we'll get you started on a new road. So good luck to everyone, and I wish you all well. Thanks.